Hello everyone, this is Daily Developing here, and today we're going to be learning how to parse JSON into Python. So, uh, what we're going to be using today will be a class called JSON. So first thing, we just write import JSON, and this JSON library will help us parse it. Uh, First thing is let's create something called example. This is just an example JSON that I will be using. First thing that we need is we need to parse. This library makes it really simple. So what we have to do is let's just call it person equals JSON loads. We use this function and we just put example here. Now, for example, if we print it, if we print person and run the app, we will get this example, right? So, Gabe 40, 156 example address. So everything matches, everything's working. And the good thing is you can use this now, parse JSON, just as a regular dictionary. So you can, for example, put name here, name, right? So give me a name. All right, so it's Gabe. Give me an address, right? And everything works. Okay, 156 example, example address. Now, all right, so next, what I want to go over is how do you parse from file, right? So you might get something like this. You might have a JSON file that you want to parse. So in this case, what we have to do is we need to first create file equals open, and then actual name of the file, right? And read. Now what we do is we're going to be creating something like example equals, right, file dot read, then file close. All right, now if we're going to run this, it should give us, so it should give us this JSON right here as a parsed version, right? So we have Ben 25 123 example address. This is exactly what we're getting. And just like before, you can type any field here. Like for example, you can tell it to give you an address, and it's gonna give you an address. All right, this is good. Now, a second version of JSON that you might get is instead of it being an object, just like here, you can get an array of objects as you see in this, right? So we have 3 people here. How are we supposed to parse this now, you might ask? So here's how. We're going to create example 2. Now let's change this person to people, right? Now, if you run this, you're going to see that currently we have 3 people, right? And the way it's going to work is just like any other array. So you can, let's say, grab the first one, right? Or the second one, you grab John, and if you run this, all right, it just returns you John, just like, and pretty much everything else applies from now on. So you can now, for example, ask for age, it's going to give you 21, right? So this is how you are going to access it. And now a third and final version that you might get is a mix, right? So you can get something like an object, right? And then it, for example, says, okay, so this JSON version is this, the date is this, and then array is inside of the object. Something like this, as I showed. How are you supposed to parse this? Let's see. So once you have that, let's just call this a parsed JSON. If you run it, it gives you exactly the way JSON works here. And if you want to get people, all you need to do is let's call people, right? Parse JSON. And so what you're going to be doing is you're just going to get this field. It will return you the array. Now, run people, right? So as you see here, now it returns you an array, and it's going to work the same exact way from now on as the one we did for the second example. And you can just get, okay, let's say first person, right? And run, it will return Ben, right? And then again, you can, for example, If you're looking for a name, right here, run. This is how you are going to parse it. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to put thumbs up and subscribe.